Ski and snowboard season is in full flight on Mount Washington, and so far it's been a relatively tame year in the backcountry. But Mount Washington says it is taking no chances, warning visitors if they travel out of bounds, they could be facing a hefty bill, paying for their own rescue. CTV's Gord Kurbis reports.
Skiers and boarders make their way towards the top of Mount Washington Alpine Resort. The vast majority of these visitors will return down the slope safely, but this winter that hasn't been the case for everyone.
We've had a number of people outside the scary boundary that have required assistance from both ourselves and other agencies. We find that people are ill-equipped. They don't have thorough knowledge of the area. They don't have the proper training, and they're unable to perform self-rescue.
The latest incident occurred last week when a young boarder went outside the marked boundaries and headed straight into a problem.
They were just outside the scary boundary, and so I think there was a certain level of comfort feeling that they're just outside that scary boundary. We were, however, able to rescue them, and it was a good outcome. It would have been a very poor outcome if we were unable to help.
Patrollers at the resort know despite their best efforts to educate the public about the dangers of crossing the line, they can count on at least a half dozen people running into problems and needing the community to bail them out.
There is a large cost associated with any of these rescues. A large number of people volunteer their time, and it also ends up with folks having to risk their safety because someone didn't put a little bit of forethought into planning their backcountry adventure.
And just like some of the high-profile rescues that have been occurring on the Lower Mainland recently, where those being rescued will be on the hook financially, Mount Washington also says prepare for a bill if you need assistance.
It is outlined on our signage that if you do ski outside the scary boundary that you will incur the costs. And so we take that on a case-by-case basis.
And to avoid that, always make sure that you carry what you need to get yourself out of the difficulties, which at minimum should include a portable shovel, avalanche beacon, avalanche probe, and get educated.
And we encourage people to take the courses, get the equipment, get familiar with the terrain, go out with someone that has experience so that you can be confident and you can perform a self-rescue.
Failing to do that could cost you with injuries or financial consequences. Gord Kurbis, CTV News, Mount Washington.